Good morning and welcome to another match from the X-Wing Store Championship that was held 2 weeks ago at Athena Games in Norwich. I'm one of your guest commentators, Jonathan Firth Clark, and with me is another guest commentator today, Chris Turner.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Today we've got an exciting match for you today, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Dave Bevan versus James.
That's Dave Bevan versus James Martin, both flying...
Rebels.
Both flying
Rebels.
Rebels versus Rebels, original. Dave, who I believe is on the left
side, yeah,
is flying a Han Solo Millennium Falcon with a gunner, C-3PO, veteran instincts, and an engine upgrade.
Also the Millennium Falcon title
and
as well.
Yes, the Millennium Falcon title.
And also the Wild Space Fighter, which is a YT-20... Fringer.
I
keep getting it wrong. Fringer, which is a YT-2400, so he's flying both YTs, yes, one of each one, and it's only got a recon specialist and a heavy laser cannon.
And James on the right is flying a B-wing with K and Farlander, with a pusher limit, heavy laser cannon, of course, a B-wing E2, C-3PO as well, and sensor jammer.
And he's also flying a YT-2400, but this one is actually a named pilot by the name of Lebo. And he's got a Determination, Heavy Laser Cannon, Lando Calrissian, Experimental Interface, and the Outrider title.
So, sort of similar list there.
Very similar.
The same time,
however,
difference as well.
It's two big ships versus this big ship and a small ship.
Yes.
However, they're all relatively quite tanky in what they can do.
Yes, exactly. I know Dave himself, he likes his Han Solo build. He's had good success with it before, so fly what you know, basically.
Yeah, flying what you know. However, David Martin, also knowing what he knows...
James Martin,
sorry.
Sorry, James.
Wow. Doing this all day today, yes, ladies and gentlemen. James Martin also knows what he's doing as well.
Yes.
Doing a very sort of compact... defense list. A lot, yes, of things that sort of negate damage or protect himself or generally stop his opponent from being able to deal, yes, damage to him.
Exactly. And it's looking like they're both 100. I'm not quite sure who has initiative in this.
I
don't really think it matters because their pilot skills are vastly different.
Vastly different.
Han, I believe, is an 11 with veteran instincts.
Yep, veteran instincts. He has an 11 pilot skill. His Fringer is only a pilot skill, I think 2.
I think 2 as well. And Kayan, if I remember correctly, is a 7.
7, and
Lebo's a 5. So
very
initiative
much...
really only mattered for placement of asteroids.
Yeah.
So,
it could... What do you think of the list? Is all I can say. Like, do you think anyone has a particular advantage or?
I want to say James because I like the B-wing. I like Kayan. He's one of my favourite pilots to fly. But at the same time, this is an interesting match because there's only 4 ships on the board.
Only 4 ships as well,
and it's 1 turret ship and 1 fighter versus 2 turret ships, so I honestly don't know how to call it.
However, you've got to remember that the Wild Space Fringer does not have Outrider.
No,
so he can only use his
heavy
laser cannon. No, the Wild Space
sorry,
Fringer.
Yes, I'm looking at the wrong one.
Not Dave's one.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong one, sorry guys.
Say Dave's one, not James's one. It does not have the Outrider title,
yes,
so he can only fire that heavy laser cannon
from
in the front arc.
Which
however,
I like. Yeah. I don't like having the Outrider title because you get a ship at range 1 of you, you can't fire at them, and it negates the whole point of a turreted ship.
Well, in the same vein, I guess that's also why you have it as well. Because although you can't have that range 1 ring, that's why you have the barrel roll.
Yes.
You get yourself out of arc of someone,
yes, and
then you keep yourself away from them as long as possible to be able to keep doing those range 2 hits.
Exactly. Interesting to see. They're both very different lists for 2400s than you normally see. You normally see a very built-up Dash Render, who's very manoeuvrable. He can barrel roll, he can go over asteroids and ignore the effects of them on him, and he's just a very, especially against Decimator builds, he's very useful because you can just continually block a Decimator and not get attacked.
Well, it looks like the action has already started. We've got Dave Bevan flying a 4 forward for his Fringer, gaining 2 focuses because of that recon specialist.
Yes.
We've got Lebo doing 2 forward as well, also taking a focus action.
Yep.
We've got
Kyle looking like
Kayan
like
also doing a 2 forward maneuver,
and
also
Han.
focusing, and then Han Solo doing a 1 forward instead,
That's
doing a focus as well.
Yeah, but looking at this,
so a lot of kind of wishy-washy. There's no, as you can see, there was both of them saying there's not really much range here. There's nothing to do. Both of them taking the sort of same approach of I'm going to see what you're going to do first, and then I'm going to commit.
Well, looking at the way Dave's on the left has moved his YT-2400 forward more than his Millennium Falcon, I'm thinking at this stage he's going to swing his 2400 in and try to catch him from the side while going head in with his Falcon.
I don't know. I mean,
well, he needs to turn to get his heavy laser cannon.
Yeah, definitely. In that regard, I generally agree with you with the turning of the 2400. But the Millennium Falcon being in the thick of it, it might be interesting. One turn coming from
and that is one of my favourite things about that. It can do a one turn. It is so manoeuvrable, the 2400. It is one of my favourite ships to fly in the entire game.
Also, the YT-1300 can also go a one turn as well. So
don't really fly that, so I don't really know. I've got one, but I haven't flown it really. So
it's, it could be really interesting as to we might actually see some combat this round.
Lebo on the right,
doing one forward, gaining that 2 focus as well.
2 focus on him.
2 focus. I believe he is taking 2 focus because I believe he's doing the Lando maneuver right now.
Yes. So
and here we go. We're about to see that right now.
For those who don't know, Lando, you use Lando
looks
as
like
an
he's
action.
Trying to do a target lock, but he doesn't succeed in doing that.
You use Lando as an action, and you roll 2 green die.
Yeah.
And basically, if you get an evade and a focus, you can get an evade and a focus token for your ship. It's risk versus reward because you could take the risk of getting nothing.
Here we go. There it is. And as we said, 2 focus. There it is. Gaining 2 focus for his ship. It means he can do a lot more in a turn.
Yes.
As you said, it's a risk-reward type thing, because obviously it may not always work.
Exactly. And Kayan going 2 forward?
2 forward. Pretty standard. I think he's just going for the jousting.
Yeah.
I think he's going to try and take out the Millennium Falcon as quick as possible.
Well, looking at the list, the Falcon is definitely the more dangerous of the 2, especially with Gunner.
Yeah, especially with Gunner. Especially with the Han Solo's ability of being able to re-roll the entire thing.
Exactly.
Being able to do Gunner twice as well in some regards. Yes. So it's really, really horrible. Like, this is the Fat Han build, I believe.
Yes.
That's fabled among the X-Wing players.
It is quite deadly, and with C-3PO, you can pretty much be guaranteed at least one evade every turn. So
if you're at range 1 or 2 at least, so it's kind of hard to do. Oh, here we go. 4 forward coming from the Han Solo. So we're already going to see some very close range combat, maybe some range 1 shots.
Yes.
The B-Wing taking his action to...
Well, depends what... and it looks like... he's deciding what action to do with his YT-1300.
I believe he takes... I think he's going to... Looks like he is going to take that focus.
Focus. Best thing to do for when you're...
in that situation. I think he was maybe debating on taking the evade as well, because obviously he's got 2 ships facing down on him. But as we predicted, there's the range 1 shot. He's not going for the B-Wing.
So he'll be going for the
he's going for Lebo, funnily enough. So we're going to see some shots on Lebo.
We do apologise for the camera placement, obviously, on the day. Just the board's
bit too big for the camera.
Field of view of the camera's a bit too small. I do believe they will come further down the view, but you can still see what's going on.
You can sort of see what's going on, and if you can't, we're explaining it to you as well. So
why dice in there? We don't know.
3 dice,
and that's 2 hits.
Is that 3 dice?
That is 3 dice, and 2 hits are on there.
He's going for that gunner.
Going for the gunner.
I think he missed with that one. There's the
focus. That must have been 2 evades. Yeah.
Trying to go for the attack. He's sensor jamming one of them, if you don't know. Sensor jammer. Oh no, is it sensor jammer? No, it's not. Which one's the thingy? He is doing...
well, he was attacking Lebo.
He was attacking Lebo, yeah, so...
There's nothing Lebo can do.
There's nothing Lebo can do. He's going to take those hits. He's rolling that defense dice.
And that looks like...
Oh no, he's taking... Oh, he's actually shooting the B-Wing. He's not attacking Lebo.
Oh,
so
was he?
He's doing a range 2 shot on Lebo. That's why... I did wonder why he was rolling 3 dice.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, he's taking the range 2 on Lebo. And he suffers... Also, not Lebo, on Kayan. And he does actually suffer them 1 shield.
Ah, okay.
So, that is 1 shield down from Kayan Firelander.
Yes. And now, here we go.
Kayan Firelander attacking back. Range 1... I say range... Is that Kayan Firelander now?
Yes, it must be.
It must be.
Yes. Heavy laser
Heavy
cannon.
laser cannon, yeah, that's right. Yeah, heavy laser cannon. Range 2.
And for those of you who don't know why you just spent the focus, was Kane's ability is if you're stressed, you can spend your stress token to act as a focus token while attacking.
Yeah, no,
which is
one of the best things about
him.
Kian, just being able to take Kian to
so
be able to do that.
You just ensure you stress yourself, push a limit on there, stress yourself every turn.
Oh.
You can have 2 actions and still have an impromptu focus token as well.
Yeah, so he can be able to focus with that token as well. I believe he used the barrel roll because I believe he's got push the limit.
Yes.
Which means he can stress himself every turn.
This is, I think they're measuring the distance
of
the Outrider.
I think
yes.
it's looking like they're trying for a range 3 shot with a heavy laser cannon,
and I think they're trying to determine if it's through the asteroid.
Possibly. I think it is, honestly, from this angle, but obviously it could go past that. I can't see.
It is quite hard to see because we're at a certain angle as well,
so we can't actually honestly see where it's coming from. I think they're also trying to judge the range as well, in terms of is it actually in range or not. I think it was in range, and I believe the shot was...
Well, we'll find out in a minute. Don't ruin it for the viewers. It's happening right now.
Here we go. There's the
4
shots,
obviously.
coming from... That is
that it looks like...
horrible.
That
no,
looks like
that's 3
shots. 3 shots.
Spending that focus to be able to do that.
And...
but obviously they're not going to worry too much about the sensor jammer because he has 2 focus to be able to do it. That's 2 evades. That's 1 shield off.
Yes.
The Kian Firelander.
Yes.
So, where do you think it'll go from here? Is all I can say.
Well, I think he might... I think I can see it'll be his Lebo versus Han.
Yep.
And he's going to break off the B-Wing to try and deal some damage onto that Space Ranger.
I think
because if he focuses too much on the Falcon, yes, he might be able to take the Falcon out, but he's going to lose his B-Wing.
Also noting that the Lebo didn't attack this turn because he was in range 1 of the of Han. So.
Oh yes, of course.
He was not in range of the other Fringer. So this is 1 wasted attack right now.
That is.
So this.
Yes, remind me again why that is.
Outrider, he cannot attack at range 1 because he's got a heavy laser cannon and he cannot use a primary weapon. He has the Outrider.
And so that is the one major problem you have. And that probably explains why Dave went for the B-Wing rather than the Outrider, because he wasn't getting attacked. So he thought, go for the threat as opposed to the one that isn't.
Yeah, I think that's probably what Dave's tactic was in this. He was going to try and get range 1 of that, and then be able to attack the one that's possibly the weaker of the 2.
Yes.
So, going for that B-Wing first, being able to try and kill it as quick as possible. Now, judging from the positions of all the ships, I think Han's probably going to try and go either right past Lebo, or turn in to the right.
He could surprise us all in K-turn.
He could surprise us all in K-turn as well. So this could be anyone saying B-Wing possibly going to do a bank or possibly going to try and block.
This is where, on a higher pilot skill, you'd be better off having something like expert handling.
Yeah,
because you could see what your opponent does and then decide to
be able to change it. Yeah. There's also stay on target as well,
Yes.
which allows you to change the maneuver with the same speed.
Sorry, it's stay on target. I mean, not expert handling. Stay on target.
I think there's
expert handling means you can get a barrel roll.
Yeah.
No, so stay on target is the one, exactly the one I meant. I do apologise.
2 forward, I think, coming from the Wild Space Fringer.
Yes.
So, 1 forward.
And now Lebo's moving.
So Lebo is going to see what. Let's see what Lebo does. He's going 4 forwards, trying to get past.
That looks like it might be a bump.
It might be a bump here.
But then again, that might just be the angle we're at. We'll find out.
Possibly. I don't think he makes it. It does look from this angle that he's not going to make it. I think they're just holding it there just to see whether it makes it or not.
He does.
He makes it.
Yes.
Barely makes it.
Which means the 2 YT-2500s might be jousting a little bit today.
Might be. If he fires at the Wild Space Fringe, he might fire at Han.
Exactly.
Han
is the biggest
Han has to be the target right now. That is the... Because, I say, in these lists, the Han Solo is actually worth 60 points.
Yes.
Whereas the Wild Space Ranger is 40 points. So if you kill Han Solo, you've already bagged yourself 60 points. That's most of the list.
However, saying that, on the flip side, you've got, in James's squad, a B-Wing, 1 fighter. You don't think... It's 47 points for
47
one
points
fighter.
for one fighter. And I believe it's only 27 normally, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's 20 points worth of...
29 for Kayan normally. And then, so he has got 18 points worth of upgrades on that.
That's
which
a
is
lot of upgrades
yes.
on just one B-Wing. But I kind of think he's maybe committing to that B-Wing to be able to defend it as much as possible. I mean, you've got the C-3PO on there, you've got the sensor jammer as well.
Yes.
What
does sensor jammer do again?
Sensor jammer, it will change one of your opponent's hits to a focus.
Right.
So basically, it's basically negating one of the hits.
And then
in this
along
list,
with
it's
C3,
not really too bad because obviously there's a lot of focus, especially with the recon specialist.
Yes.
Being able to have 2 focus a turn. So it's not really going to work for him in this game, but I've seen in other games that it has actually worked. It's put people off.
Yes.
It's quite... It's one of those cards you don't give most of a second glance at.
Yes. And that's very nicely done with his B-Wing. He's
barrel rolled himself behind that asteroid to try and keep
even if
away.
Even if Dave's 2400
this is going to get interesting.
That's
There's
not what
the
I
one
expected.
turn.
That's not
coming
what I
in.
expected.
We're about to see ships on the playfield.
Yeah, you
now.
can actually see what's going on, people. Congratulations.
You can actually see. You have a wild space fringer.
You don't just have to listen to us bore you.
And the YT.
Yeah. And for those, and if you still wondering what the one at the top looks like, exactly like the other one.
Yeah, basically. There are basically 2 YT 2400s on this board.
And focusing
up for the Han Solo. Han Solo going to shoot first. Probably most likely going for a range 1 hit on that B-Wing.
I don't believe Kayan pushed the limit that turn.
I don't know if he did or not. I think he possibly did. I'm not
oh
100%
my
sure.
God,
That's
so
a Han Solo reroll right there. Looking to see what he's got.
2 hits,
2
and
hits, a focus. I think he's probably going to focus that up. He's going for the 3 hits instead.
Yeah.
There's the focus, and there is Dave Martin now thinking about what he's going to change. James Martin. I'm going to get this right at some point.
Yes.
I'm going to get this right at some point. James Martin now thinking about what he wants to do. Is he going to try and use that sensor jammer to protect himself? I think he's going to use the C-3PO.
Yeah.
There's the evade.
There. So
he's going to take...
So he loses 2 shields. So he's down to 1 shield and 4 hull. 3 hulls, sorry. So 4 hit points altogether.
4 hit points
altogether. The B-Wings have 5 hull, 5 shield and 3 hull.
3 hull, 5 shields.
Yeah.
So
opposite of the Y-Wing. A Y-Wing has 5 hull, 3 shields.
So yeah, very different. Very different in their respects. However... It does mean the B-Wing can prevent your crits.
Yes. And now range 2, so he's getting a heavy laser cannon on the Wild Space Ranger, which looks like 1 hit. He's
using that target lock. He is going to try and re-roll, I think, 3 of those hits in this regard.
No, 2.
Only 2. He did take that push the limit. No, he didn't.
He is using stressed,
the stress.
Yes, he barrel rolled and target locked.
Yeah, target locked. So there's the thing. 3 hits. And that's only 1 evade. So that's the Wild Space Fringer taking I think 1 shield.
I think, yes.
In that one. So
2 shields.
Already
2 shields. 1 evade, 2 hits.
2 hits. So yeah, no, that's already losing some shields. Already losing some damage. Already we're seeing damage being laid onto both the sides there.
I'm just loving the fact that on the right hand side you got James, his cards are nice and neatly laid out, and then on the left it's just a mess.
Bevan's
is everywhere.
Oh, it's everywhere. Mind you, Bevan has got quite a lot on that Millennium Falcon.
Yes, there is quite a few upgrades on there, and so what does he run us through the Millennium Falcon? Oh, here we go.
That's another damage.
And
coming from Bevan, I think that's the B-Wing now firing out. No, it's the Fringer. Sorry, the Fringer is now firing, spending that.
No, that's Lebo firing.
Oh, that's what I mean. Lebo, sorry. Yeah. I'm getting the 2 mixed up now. That is 4 hits, I think. Maybe, don't know actually off the top of my head. Is he gonna roll the defense? There you go. There's the defense dice. There's the C-3PO, evading 1. I think he takes 3 here. Just double checking that for you. Well, yep, that is 1 evade, 3 hits, so he's taking 2 shields.
Yes.
On that one. So, already seeing quite a bit of damage being laid out.
Now his heavy laser cannon's firing.
Here's the heavy laser cannon from the Wild Space Wild Space Fringer.
That's 4 hits.
On his Lebo. Lebo taking 4 shields. That's no evade dice. That's heavy damage on Lebo.
Yes.
So already he's down to one shield left. So already we're seeing lots of damage being dealt out. But that's also the power of heavy laser cannon.
That is, yes. But then again, that's why it can only be used range 2 to 3.
Yeah.
You know, because it just would be overpowered if you could use it.
Yeah.
Though now that Scum and Villainy is out, I am predicting we're going to see a lot more Outriders with the Mangler Cannon.
Possibly. To be honest, I also quite like the... I still think the heavy laser cannon shouldn't be put to one side. Still think it's rather good.
I like it, but I don't like it.
I
like it on something you could. I don't like it on Outrider. I don't like not having that defensive the donut. I do not like not being able to attack anything in range 1 to 2 of you within range 1. Heavy laser cannon on fighters, brilliant. Heavy laser cannon on the Outrider is good, but do not put the Outrider title itself on it. Put on the 2400.
I generally disagree.
Basic, it works.
I think it does work, but you've just got to plan for the fact that you've got that donut and you've got to keep it as far back as possible.
You need to cover yourself to do that, and unfortunately, you're flying a ship that's between 40 and 50 points.
Yeah,
and you just don't have the points to cover it effectively. Not especially if you're going up against a swarm.
Yeah.
The problem is you take the Outrider into the middle of a swarm of 5 or 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's gonna. It's going to take punishment. It's going to take punishment.
Exactly. And that's why I don't like it. But whereas I really
I think it's
like
generally opinion one. So
dials go down.
Dials are going down. I think we're going to see possibly a K turn coming from Kian this term.
Yeah, possibly
a K turn coming from the Fringer. Probably just going to keep going forward. Not really going to.
And there we go. Dave's decided his last maneuver.
Anything. Han probably going to do a one turn, or possibly even a bank, and Lebo just going to stay as far away as possible to be able to keep using that.
So what are Han's abilities?
Han can actually is like a gunner, but it's a choice gunner. It's basically if you roll an attack and you don't like it, you can re-roll that.
Right.
You don't have to. It's not like you have to miss or anything. Okay. You just outright re-roll it.
And the Falcon title?
The Falcon title allows the Millennium Falcon to take an evade action.
Right.
So it's basically
is that
that's a 3 heart. That's a 3 bank.
Yeah.
Flying lovely around that asteroid.
David's good ship handler. He knows how to fly his ships really well. And
Wonderful.
Double focus, which if you have the recon specialist, why would you not double focus? That's the main thing.
Probably one of the best crew members on the YT-2400 right now is either between Lando and something else.
Oh, no.
Oh,
it looks like
there we go.
Very nicely done. He's blocked his Lebo. Very nicely done.
I don't think he was expecting to block the Lebo, though. No, I think he was generally expecting it to do something else.
Yes.
However, that's also good flying by David Martin there. Not David Martin, sorry, James Martin.
Yeah.
I will get this right.
He stops himself from flying into that
asteroid. He stops
also
flying the asteroid, as well as stop himself being attacked by the heavy laser as well.
Yes, there is that. And because they're touching, they can't attack each other.
Yeah.
However, this means the full brunt.
Here we go. This is what I was expecting. Here's the K turn coming from Kian Farlander.
Yes.
He will get that stress.
Is going to be on Kayan today, unfortunately.
I think Kayan's going to be able to take quite a fair few hits here.
Well, he's only got 4 hull left.
He has only got 4 hull left.
4 hit points left. 3 hull and 1 shield.
3 hull, 1 shield.
Yeah. Sorry
it could go either way. It depends how many hits. Oh, here we go. 3 bank. Han Solo predicting everything.
Han is going to be throwing out 4 die at Kayan.
Kayan's going to take it. Kayan is going to be taking quite a fair few hits.
Oh, and he's boosting.
There's the boost.
He's trying to get out of his arc.
He's opting to go out. Interesting thing. He's opting to, rather than go for the range 1 hit, he's opting to keep out of the arc instead. It's a hard decision on that one because
he gets no other. And you can guarantee now he is going to roll or focus.
Nope, he is going for the 2 hits, I believe. And because of that, he's going for the C-3PO roll.
Yes.
This is he could go for that sensor jammer right now. However, he does know about Gunner.
Yes.
And he does know about
no, he's going for sensor jammer.
Oh, he is going for the sensor jammer. He is blocking that hit from the thing.
So he's still taking the hit.
So he is
obviously
this is where the C-3PO comes in.
Yes.
Does he use C-3PO here right now though? Or does he save it? This is the interesting thing. Does he take that risk of using the C-3PO, or does he And that means that was the overall roll.
Yes,
so he's just showing that was the overall roll.
And
he
focus.
turned one into a focus.
Yeah.
So that means it's 1 hit, 1 focus. There's the evade dice. I think that's the evade.
Yeah.
Possibly going to see
Dave
a gunner. There we go. There's the gunner.
There's the gunner.
There is, and he's using the Han Solo. This
Yes.
is the Han Solo now being used. And there's still only 1 attack. There's the evade. Look at that.
And yeah.
Wonderfully evaded there by James. Wonderfully done. Very tactical as well, especially using that sensor jammer as well as C-3PO to be able to protect himself.
It just shows that even the upgrades you think that are just fluff and not really useful, if you put them in the right build,
yeah,
they're
fantastic.
Like that.
Sensor jammer, hardly ever seen.
Yes, I've never seen it. First time I've ever seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely one of those interesting cards. It's hardly ever seen because it's just people look at it and think, well, there's not really any way of using it because people take focuses.
Yeah.
But in this situation, it was perfect because Dave didn't take into account he had the sensor jammer.
Yes.
He boosted and didn't have the focus to be able to make up for it.
But what Dave has done here, absolutely brilliantly, is by denying James the chance to attack him and spend that stress.
Yeah.
Stress.
So it means he has to do a green maneuver this turn. He has to clear it.
And so he's in a perfect opportunity to keep behind him with the Falcon.
Yeah.
However, that B-Wing is proving surprisingly hardy.
He is proving surprisingly hardy. He has only got 1 shield left, though.
There is that.
He has only got 1 shield. In fact, both James's ships have only 1 shield left right now.
Yes. And the 2400 has how many hull?
I believe it's only 4 or 5.
I think it's 5.
I think it's 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I think it's 4 shields, 5 hull. I
Yes.
think that's generally what the YT-2400 has. Whereas in the terms of the B-Wing, it has 5 shields, 3 hull. Mind you, the Millennium Falcon would be, again, my target of choice in this still, because it's also got the most in terms of hull and stuff. It has, I believe, 6 shields and 8 hull, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. And at the same time, if he can take the Falcon out, even if he loses his Kayan, even if that happens, he'll still win, because it'll be over 12 points, so he still gets a full victory.
He still gets that full victory. And it just barely comes down. It just comes down to what can James do from here.
Yes.
What can James do to try and prevent himself from, stopping this?
Yes.
Looks like they got their dials mixed up there. So they're
both for the 2400.
Both for the 2400. So they're just going to take him back, redo the dials, and then go back to trying to do what they think.
Well, I don't even think they put them down. I think Dave picked them up and was like,
didn't realise,
which one's mine? Which one's mine?
I think James Martin was probably a sportsman. Was
James
just like, it's fine.
whoever's is whoever's. Yeah.
So good sportsmanship there for James Martin. Here we go. Wild Space Fringer going for that 2-turn there. Too hard. Getting himself still in front of Lebo.
Yes.
As well. He is
He
is pushing himself to stop Lebo.
I think
that is his task.
If Lebo can get in front of him, he's got the perfect shot on him.
Yeah, if Lebo can get in front of him, he's got the perfect shot. However, it is now... Oh, there we go. There's a 4 forward coming... I think it's a 4 forward. Yeah, 4 forward coming from
perfect.
Thing. That's so well done.
And Lebo's,
well done.
And because Lebo hasn't got the engine upgrade on him, he won't be able to boost out to open up the range.
He has got the barrel roll.
Yeah, but ooh.
So
okay. That wasn't. It's placed on the asteroid, but it wasn't going through the asteroid.
Yeah.
Because
So
it wasn't
basically,
in the tracks.
he loses action.
No, it didn't go through.
Oh, didn't go through
because they went corner to corner.
corner.
So yeah. So just explain, because it didn't go from corner. They went from corner to corner instead of through the tracks. Just so they didn't have to snooker the other.
And as predicted, he is going for the barrel roll,
which is the only way he can do it.
Perfect maneuver, especially if you're an outrider.
And in fact, by doing that, he's cleared the range.
He's cleared the range. It means he is going to be able to shoot.
And
look at him, nicely done as well, being able to put as right close to the asteroid as possible, which means next turn he will be able to get around it.
Yes.
As well. Stressing himself as well. That is the experimental interface being used right there. Going for that Lando Calrissian, getting himself 1 evade as well.
Yes.
So, good moves there by James Martin. Keeping himself within that range 2 arc, being able to use that heavy laser cannon, and still being able to optimize himself to use Lando Calrissian.
From what I heard on the day, he is a really good player.
He is a really good, very nice player as well.
Really
very
good.
respectable.
Did you play him?
I played him.
Yes.
I did play him in the. Me and Jonathan both played in the tournament as well. I played him in the final match. Respectable guy, could not respect the man enough.
Too
hard going through an asteroid there.
I think did he go through?
He did go through the asteroid. The template did go through. There's the damage. Taking that last... Oh, no. One of the last 2 shields off.
So there's one more shield.
There. This is turning out to be a very interesting game. Very interesting. Both players trying to predict the other.
There's the one turn.
There's the one turn. Trying to put himself in a position where he can still shoot someone.
Yes.
But I don't think he can, actually. He's possibly out of range of both the things. If anything, he's going to get a range 3 shot.
If anything.
If anything.
If I was Dave, I would go... He's looking for a target lock, which he can't get. So if I was Dave, I would go for the boost.
Probably the best thing is to go for the boost. No, he's going for the focus. He's basically saying... There's no point in me trying. Because put it this way, if he gets, if he's boosted himself
then Lebo can attack
the heavy laser cannon. Yeah. So instead, he's just going to go for Key Farlander. Yeah. He's going to be firing through an asteroid, but it's the best shot he's got right now. So there's the 3 dice. Ooh, that's interesting.
That is very interesting.
That is, I think that's 2 crits. Yeah, that's 2 crits right there. However, just remember, he has taken. Luckily, I think that's a perfect move as well because he took the focus. That means it negates the sensor jammer this turn.
Yes.
However, he does not... It's still the C3PO. He gets 3 evade dice. Oh! 3? That's it. I thought he was attacking...
So did I.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Maybe it's something Lando let him do.
Maybe something Lando let him do. I don't...
Well, no, obviously range 3, he would get the second.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what the third one
was. It could have been a bad call on his part. Nothing wrong there. Nope. I mean, there was nothing too bad on that one. He still, I think, lost his last shield there. So,
and to be fair, it's up to your opponent as well
to decide, basically. So there's nothing wrong with too much there. There we go. Going for 4 attacks, heavy laser cannon,
one hit.
The thing. Ouch! Spending the stress because he can.
Yes.
Kean's FAQ, by the way. Even if you don't have any focus, you can still spend that stress.
Yes.
So,
as long as you attack, you have to attack.
Oh! All blanks. That one hit actually went through.
That did, which...
That is so interesting.
Which, I believe, takes him down to
2 shields left. That was... I actually thought he wasn't going to get out of that. I actually thought that was going to be...
I thought he would have gotten at least 1 focus.
Yeah,
you would have thought at least 1.
Something, but that's all blanks. That's 1 hit he has to take.
That looks like a range 2
shot. Here we go. Heavy laser cannon. Right again. Coming from Lebo. Going on a Sparspace Fringer. Yep.
And that
1 hit.
1 hit.
Now he's got to decide what he wants to do with this. So that's what he said. He's just 1 hit. There's the 2 advice. There's the evade.
Yeah,
that's the focus. Spending the focus. Get the evade. That's the best he can do. And here we go. A range 2 shot. Out of arc as well. So he's only going to get 2 attack dice for this. This is where the turret weapon comes into play. 1 hit. That's all he can remember.
And he's got the evade token.
He's used the evade token for that. Well played both sides. Decent amount of damage coming from both sides. Not really too much damage though. A lot of blanks.
I mean, we're almost 35. We're over halfway through this match.
Yeah.
And nothing's died yet.
Nothing's died. No,
that's
I think this is what we're going to see for most 2-ship builds though, because
they're built for survivability.
They're built for survivability. They're built for endurance. They're built to survive as much punishment as they possibly can.
You will see. You'll see as these videos goes up. There is a variety of matches. You have some builds that are like 4 or 5 ships. You have some that are literally 2 ships like this. It's just, you know, there was no 2 builds exactly the same on the day. They were all, even this build, which looks similar, isn't.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, both of them are using YT-2400s, but look how the difference they took between them.
Yes.
One of them took Outrider, one of them didn't. They both took heavy laser cannon, but one of them took Lando Calrissian in the experimental interface, whereas the other one took recon specialist. So much diversity between the two, so much difference in playstyle and opinion. And that's what I love about X-Wing. There's no 2 same build. There's always someone else coming up with a brand new idea that blows everyone's mind.
Even if you had 2 players flying the same build against each other, because they're different people, they're different playstyles, you'll get different games out of them every time.
Definitely, and this is why as I said, I love this game. It's just So much diversity, so much tactics, so much strategy, so many new ideas, fresh new ideas coming out of players these days.
Exactly.
You can't.
Here's James debating what to do with his Lebo, which
Debating to do what he's doing with Lebo.
It could.
And I think I think there's also debate on Han Solo there as well, trying to figure out where each other are going to go. And this is the strategy part of the game.
Yes.
Trying to figure out where each other.
Dave isn't sure.
Really unsure right now, taking his time to try and figure out what am I going to do here.
You'll notice some players do that. They'll put them down, and they're just not sure.
So
they're just not sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, one thing I will always do, I'll put my dials down. I'll always double check. You don't want to pick up your dial, think you've done one move and you've done another. Yeah. There is nothing worse than flying yourself off the board.
Always double check your dial.
Which I saw happen on the day, and it crushed the guy it happened to.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, it was someone else, and it crushed him. He just thought he did 3 maneuvers all straightforward, and his third ship, third ship, Luke Skywalker, threw him straight off the board.
Yeah.
Turned the game, and it crushed him.
I had the same thing happen to me in one of my games. He almost flew his bigs off the board, though, so... Took him out of the thing entirely. 2 forward coming from Lebo there.
I think
clearing
he's
that stress.
If he barrel rolls, I think he's still going to be in
I think he's going to barrel roll and then Lando Calrissian. I think that's the best thing he can do right now. However, he doesn't want to put himself too close to that Han Solo.
Yes. I think if he barrel rolls, and then he go forward.
Oh no, he's taking the target lock.
Right.
He's target locking the space fringer behind him, which means he's now going to experimental interface, and now he's going to go for that Lando Calrissian.
Yes.
This is a lot of the play I've seen from James the entire day, using that experimental interface, using that Lando Calrissian. Good combo, good combo. Oh, but in that's where the gamble comes into play.
So
there are times where you literally will roll nothing.
Yes.
And that is the risk you've got to take. That is the risk you've got to take. Here comes Keen Firelander, doing, I think that's a hard turn. Hard 2, in fact. Moving himself.
And then he'll obviously push the limit to
try and get himself.
Stress. It looks like James is going for the easier kill. He's going for the. I
think he's going to go for the Wild Space Fringer, which is an interesting choice, by the way.
Target lock.
Target lock going down. And possibly going to probably go for either... Oh, there's the push the limit, and he's going to go for...
The focus.
The focus. Yeah. The 2 optimal choices there. Target lock and focus. Both good for attacking. One also good for defending.
Pardon me.
3 forward coming from Han Solo there.
Yeah.
Putting himself, getting closer to Lebo. I think he's decided to designate Lebo his choice of target right now. He's already taken off all the shields on Kian. His focus now is probably best to go against thing. There's the 1 boost. Putting himself in range 1. Lebo cannot attack him anymore.
He might regret that decision, though, when it comes to attacking. If he roll... I know he's got gunner and all that, and he can re-roll, but...
He can re-roll, to
focuses
be fair,
will be helpful to him.
3 times, by the way. So, this could be anyone's
thing. It's not a re-roll. The gunner performs an entirely new attack.
Yeah,
and then
Han Solo performs an entirely new attack. So this could go so differently. Oh, there's the focuses. He's debating on whether to use that. He is going to go for the Han Solo reroll. That is the attack he's sticking with. 2 attack.
2 attack.
2 damage.
2 defense.
There's the 2 defense.
And
1 evade. That's 1 hit.
So
onto thing.
Would be a
that
shield.
Is actually the best outcome, I think. Because it means he can't use the gunner. He can't go for another reroll. It's the best thing he could do.
Yes.
So taking the 1 hit, at least as the shield as well.
Yes.
So it's nothing too big. Keen Firelander now opting to go for the Wild Space Fringer. 4 attack.
Heavy laser cannon.
Heavy laser cannon. Probably the best thing he can go
that
for right now.
Like a natural 4 hits. He's spending the focus.
Spending the focus to do the
1 evade.
Damage. 1 evade. That's 3 hits. That's
and 1
2
damage.
Shields. 1 damage. No, 2 damage. Sorry, that's 2 shields. 2. No, it is 3 shields. Damage, 1 damage. Yeah. First damage of the game.
Yes.
First damage of the game.
It's only taken 39 minutes.
39 minutes to be able to do just 1 damage card. But that's also showing you how
good these 2 players are.
Yes. These ships can take, how much good... Oh, yeah, how good these players are.
And that looks like 2...
Here comes the Outrider Heavy Laser Cannon. Shooting on the Wild Space Fringer.
And that's
from Lebo.
1 crit.
Well, it's 1 damage technically. It would normally turn to a normal hit. There's the reroll coming from the...
Target lock.
Now, Interesting point of note.
You can
when
keep the
you
crits for a reroll.
A heavy laser cannon, you keep crits. You don't turn them back to hits. Interesting point of note. There's the evades. Looks like he's rolling 2 evade dice. He didn't know where the evade dice are, so it's opted to go for the reroll, because obviously, nice sportsmanship there again. That is, I think that's a evade and a focus.
Yes.
Deciding to go for spend that evade of focus to get 2 evades. He is taking 2 damage on that Wild Space Fringer. He has only got 2 or possibly 1 hull point left. Oh no, it's a hit and a crit!
Ooh.
Oh!
Ooh.
That's horrible.
That is horrible. Unfortunately, I can't read what the crit is.
Trying to figure out what that crit is for you.
But at least Dave is getting the chance to fire off. Dave is now firing, and that looks like 2 crits on the 2 hits.
Was a weapon malfunction. That was a weapons malfunction on the Wild Space Fringer.
Right.
There. So that makes him either roll 1 less attack dice or makes him lose the secondary weapon. I don't remember, I believe.
I think it's 1 less attack dice.
I think that's 1 less attack dice. Not entirely sure on that one. So, but yeah, there's 2. So here we go. More damage being laid down right now.
Yes.
That's now the first damage on James Martin's side. That's 2 damage.
It's looking about equal
on Lebo.
That is, but I wouldn't count them out. I wouldn't count James out yet.
I wouldn't count either of these players out yet. We might possibly start seeing the death of some ships right now. We might actually start seeing people starting to die.
So we'll back to planning.
Back to planning. This could go either way right now. We could see Han get absolutely destroyed, or we could actually see Han wreck both of them.
As I think Han is
the key point in this. I think
his solo is full. It's only lost 1 shield so far. I believe.
I think so. Let me just double check that. Han has lost, I think, possibly 1 or maybe 2 of his shields right now. He's taken 1 shield there, 2 more shields there. He's taken 3 shields there. And I think that's all he's taken so far. So he's taken 3 shields so far. That means he only has, I think, about 2, 3 left right now.
Well, it could be worse, but it could be better.
It could be better. It could also.
However, James has lost all of his shields.
All of his shields on both his ships. So it's looking worse for James right now.
However, if he can take out that Wild Space Fringer this turn,
it's now 2 versus 1.
And then Dave has to focus on whether he's going for the Lebo
or
Kian, who are both built for maximum defense.
In this situation, I'd probably go for Lebo, honestly, because funnily enough, although Lebo's the one taking the most damage so far, Lebo is also the one that could possibly do the most damage to Han because of that heavy laser cannon.
Yeah, but then
because
again,
he doesn't avoid...
Kayan has the heavy laser cannon.
Yeah, but also he has an arc.
Yes.
Whereas, in terms of Lebo, as long as he can keep barrel rolling and keep himself out of arc, he is able to put himself in better situations. Interesting maneuver there by the Wild Space Fringer, opting to go for the barrel roll instead of the double focus.
That is very interesting. He might regret that, but at the same time, he's only throwing out 2 evade die, so I can see why he might have done it.
I think he's trying to keep himself away.
Trying to keep out of that heavy laser, and a heavy laser cannon out from Lebo.
Doing the 1 bank there from Lebo, trying to put himself in a better situation so that he can, I think, possibly go for an attack there. He's going for optimizing for the target lock.
He's target locking the Falcon, I believe.
He's target locking Han Solo, and I think he's going to probably go for the Lando Calrissian in this point. This is probably the best thing.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. There's the evade. Here comes the 2 dice. Only a focus.
I think that was an evade.
I think that was a focus, actually. Yeah, focus. It was a focus on that one.
They look the same to me from this far up.
From that far up, it looks the same, but no, that's a focus.
Okay.
So that's only 1 focus and 1 blank.
Here we go with Kayan.
There we go. Kayan Firelander going for the, I believe,
1 forward.
1 forward.
Interesting. I think I think now he's going to switch tactics and focus on the Falcon.
He is going to go for that barrel roll. Actually, can he fit that barrel roll? That's interesting.
We'll find out. If he can't, then obviously he can't do it. I believe he
No, he cannot. No. He cannot perform the barrel roll maneuver, it is going to whack into that asteroid. It did look a little bit close from this angle, so he's going to have to rethink his tactic entirely right now.
Which is a shame for James, but just means he'll get more creative. I've seen no mistakes out of James this entire game.
I haven't seen a single mistake yet either. But I think the best thing he can do, I think he's probably still going to opt for that barrel roll, but I think best thing he can do is barrel roll the other way and try and get Han Solo in arc.
Yes.
That's probably the best thing he can do right now, which he is actually opting to do. He's going to keep himself as far away.
And if he can get out of the arc of that heavy laser cannon on the Space Fringer, which
I don't think he does.
No, he hasn't.
I think that's still going to be a Space Fringer firing on him this turn. Front firing arc, heavy laser cannon. It's going to hurt.
However, Han has to take. Han still has to move.
Han still does have to move, yes. So there's the barrel roll. There it is. He still can perform one more action, I think. No, he can't because he target locked and then he did the barrel roll.
Yes.
So.
Oh, did he? Yes.
Oh no. There it is. There's the second action.
No, yeah, so he target locked last turn. Yeah.
He target last turn.
Yeah.
He's now changing his target lock to Han Solo. This is the focus of his fire. Best thing he can do right now.
So now wherever Han goes, he has to think, oh, this is very
This is the
difficult.
one bank maneuver. This is where it's going to get interesting because now he wants to stay
in range
one of Lebo because he doesn't want to be hit by the laser cannon. However, he is now in arc of the other heavy laser cannon. So he's now got to decide.
However, if he boosts, he's going to be in arc of both heavy laser cannons. So I
don't know. Might be possibly. It's so hard to see.
He just fall off the board if you want. Tactical retreat.
But I don't think he's going to do that. Both these players so committed. There we go. They're opting to go for the focus instead.
I think that's the best thing because Lebo cannot attack him.
No.
And from where he is right now, even though he's range 3, which he wouldn't normally get the extra evade die, Kane's going to be attacking through an asteroid, so he will get the extra evade die.
Definitely.
So I think that's the best choice.
Probably the best choice. Yeah, I think if he tried to go the other way, he would have put himself in too much danger. So
I think he's attacking Lebo.
Definitely. Well, there's no other choice here. Range 1 attack on Lebo, probably the best choice for him. He is going for the rolling the dice. There's one evade. I think he's gonna opt to spend that. Is that 2 evades? I think that was 2 evades there. No, he's opting to spend the focus to do 2 evades. That's so another damage.
1 damage.
There's oh no, there it is. He's doing Lebo's ability, which if you do not know, he draws 2 crits and he chooses one. Right. And he can choose one of the 2 crits he has. He opted, funnily enough in this situation, to choose one with a pilot's talent.
Exactly, and with determination, he can completely ignore
it. Discard it immediately. He does not take it whatsoever. So that's a good choice by
See, I always misread that. I always thought it just meant you flip it down. You
no,
take the damage.
You
don't
discard it.
Yes.
You discard it completely. And that stopped him from suffering any critical damage there. So being able to use that combination really well done there.
That's looking like 3 hits. Re-rolling with the target lock.
Re-rolling with the target lock. And that looks like a 4 shot. There's the focus as well. 4 shots on 1. As from a heavy laser cannon as well. So that's 4 shots. There's the blank. He's taking 3 hits this turn. I'm guessing he opted to the C-3PO that round, I'm guessing. There's no other way.
He must have done.
He must have done. There's no other way he could have done. Because he's not taking an attack from Lebo this turn, so...
Oh, and he's taking damage. He's actually taking damage cards.
Well, he can only evade one of them, so he's taking 3 damage regardless. So there's... I think the last of his shields are now gone.
Yeah.
I think the last of his shields are now entirely gone at this point.
Here's going to be a heavy laser cannon attack on the B-Wing.
On the B-Wing. So...
And that's... looks like 3 natural hits.
3 natural hits.
Which is... something I wish I could have seen a lot more of on the day.
Here's the most important part, though, because he can now... Because the recon specialist this turn did not choose to take the focus, he barrel-rolled, which means the sensor jammer can come into effect here.
Yes.
He's opting to go for the roll. He's going for 1 evade, taking 2 hits, I think? Taking 2 hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means that B-Wing is only down to 1 hull.
1 hull left. We could see Kian die. Here. This could be a big upset for poor Kian. Kian could be dead this round.
Could be. But then we've been saying that for the past 3 rounds, so yeah.
This could go
don't listen to it. We have no idea what we're talking about, internets.
Well, we have a kind of idea. Else we wouldn't be doing this.
This is Star Trek, right?
No, this is Star Wars X-Wing, man. Star Wars X-Wing. Oh dear.
That's the
I can hear the comments scream with that one.
That's the USS Enterprise.
No! Stop it! Oh
so
dear.
Back to planning.
Back to the planning phase.
James quite quick with his Lebo dial. Knows exactly what he wants to do with
exactly what he wants to do. I think this turn, because they're going opposite directions, and he knows Han Solo's not going to K-turn because he possibly might go off the board here.
Oh, he will.
Possibly.
He can't
if he can't K-turn, there's no way. So the only thing he's got to try and figure out is where is Lebo going to go?
Yes.
So no, not Lebo. So where is Han going to go?
Yes,
if Han goes somewhere where he can't do anything, that's it.
Yeah. I think Han is going to have to... He can bank. All he can do is bank. If he can turn or bank to the right. He can't do anything to his left. He can't go straight forward.
No.
And here's the Space
Here's the Wild
Ranger.
Space Ranger. He's opting for the 1 turn. He's deciding, you know what, I'm going to keep myself as close to you as possible.
Now, if I was him, I would... Yes, barrel roll.
There's the barrel roll.
Perfect.
Can he do it, though?
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, he can. Putting himself right behind him. That's nasty.
Oh, yes.
Put himself right behind him. Here comes Lebo. Lebo opting to go for, I think that...
that looks like a... Well, we'll find out.
Forward.
Forward, one bank.
No,
one bank to the left.
One bank to the left. Now, flying around an asteroid right now. I think that's probably the best thing he could do, because he's trying to keep himself at range...
between range 2 to 3.
Of Han Solo right now. I think his focus is going to be Han Solo now, because that's where his target locks are.
It has to be Han.
It has to be Han right now. He can't not ignore Han right now. It's getting too late in the game. He suffered too much damage. He has to focus Han down right now.
I mean, you look at the cumulative damage is actually more on Dave's side.
Yeah. Han Solo. This could be a dead Kian Varlander if Han hits. There's the Lando. That is a... I think that's a... Focus? Yeah, that's a focus. Focus there. Yeah. That's a focus. Focus going down onto Lebo.
The Kayan maneuver?
I think it's... other than one roll, I think that Lando's pretty much at least hit something every time.
Yes.
Other than that one
roll. Which really didn't affect him at all.
Which didn't affect him too much. There's the 1 bank.
However...
Kian. He's put himself...
If he's at range 1, he's negated that HLC, but he's still taking 3 hits. Oh, three dice.
But that's still not HLC, and that's the best thing you can do right now. That's the
best
thing he can
but at the same time, any crits he suffers, well, it doesn't matter. 1 hit and he's gone.
1 hit and he's gone.
Gone.
This is probably the best thing he's got. He can try and get as much value out of that Kian as much as possible before he dies. That's the best thing he can do right now. Now
I think James has resigned himself to the fact that he knows Kian's going to die.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get as much damage as he can
I think
on
he's
that
thrown
Falcon.
his hands up and has accepted. Yeah. Kian's going to die this turn. Best thing I can do is just
So I
save
think,
myself.
But at the same time, James has done it brilliantly because he's making Dave choose to go after the B-wing and leave his Lebo alone.
Yeah.
And his Lebo will be able to wander around the outside and pick him off with the HLC. And
he's got the Outrider title, so it means he can try and keep as far away as possible.
Exactly.
This is what I was trying to explain to you earlier about the fact that Outrider in some scenarios, especially in this one,
but I still don't.
Perfect. If you don't like it,
because as we've seen, the amount of times he hasn't been able to attack,
especially in the early game, you saw those
and the fact of the matter was, if he had, there'd be a lot more damage on Dave right now. In fact, I hazard a guess that the game might have been over 10 minutes ago. I just don't like. I don't like anything that restricts you in what you can do.
Opting to go for, I believe, some bits and bobs. James moving himself from the chair, probably trying to get a better angle.
Oh, and also we're finally down in the board. Everyone can see.
Everyone can see it now.
Everyone can see. Oh,
there's the barrel. Ooh, look at that.
Yes, I think
That's a beautiful barrel roll there by the B-Wing. However, that's an interesting maneuver because doesn't he put himself at range 2 of that HLC now?
He does, but at the same time, I think he's more worried about dealing damage on Han Solo.
On
Han.
Yeah.
He knows he's going to die this time. He knows.
I'm wondering if he actually did that because he didn't know if he would actually be an arc of Han Solo or not. That, or he's trying to put himself behind a.
Oh, maybe
asteroid.
The asteroid for better defense. Yeah, that might be the best thing. I think he just wants to get one shot. He needs. Now that's
brutal.
Except that will be going through the asteroid.
Closest point. Yeah, that's going for the asteroid. So
that was good for James.
That.
Yeah,
James predicted that very well. And there's the focus with the 2 target locks on his poor soul. His Han's going to be taking a bit of damage this turn, I think. He's taking 1 range 1 shot, and then 1.
It depends because Han shoots first. If he might get lucky and take out the B-Wing before it can shoot him. He might.
Might be. Here's the 4 dice. 4 dice being rolled. 1 kind of went off camera there, so can't really see. He's opting for the reroll. Guessing that's a Han Solo reroll. Oh my god. 1 hit.
And a focus.
He's opting. He's deciding whether he wants to spend that focus or not.
These dice can just turn on you in an instant. They don't like you at all.
He's deciding whether he's got to replace back that. It's just 1 hit. He's opting to go for Gunner.
Yeah,
he's opting to go for Gunner.
So he spent the focus for that.
Yeah, he spent the focus for that. He's trying to go for the Gunner instead. He's going for the. He's hoping to go for the roll. I think he's deciding whether he wants to go for the. Ooh, a focus.
Which I think he'll spend.
Which means he may. No, because he's C3PO. He missed, so therefore he gets the instant instant evade. There's 2 attack dice there.
Yeah.
He can't Han reroll anymore. Oh no, yeah he can.
No,
he's going for the Han reroll.
Oh, can he? Yes.
There's the Han reroll.
There.
I think the first reroll was a Gunner, so
yeah.
There's the Han reroll. He's got 2 attack.
So that would be a Han reroll, another Gunner, yeah.
Yep. So that was Gunner first, and then this is the
Han
reroll.
So it was the Falcon, Gunner, Han, Gunner. Which, can be done.
Yeah.
Sensor Jam is turning one of the... Yep, he's
definitely opting to go for that evade. There's 2 evade dice. Oh, look at that. Kian survived.
Yes.
So interesting to see that Kian survived right now. That is literally
Dave must be really disappointed with that.
He managed to survive Kian long enough.
He was and you're right, he's going to be taking some damage now.
Here we go. This is 4 attacks coming from Kian Farlander. There's the reroll from the target lock. There's the spend focus. Ouch. 4 attacks on Han Solo. Han Solo's going to be taking some damage this turn.
Some damage.
This is still through an asteroid, so he still gets 2 evade dice, and this means it messes up his C3PO.
Yes.
So... Oh, no, 1 evade. So evaded
3
once.
Hits.
So 3 hits. Maybe it wasn't through an asteroid. Fair enough. I thought it would be.
So would I. But then again, from this angle, maybe it's not.
So, I don't know. Maybe not. It could be either way. There's the target I got spent. There's the 3 hits going on to Han Solo. And this is now getting painful. Here comes the heavy laser cannon, come from Lebo. Opting to spend for that target lock. And there it is. Focused up. 4 more hits. And there's an evade, so that's 3 hits, 4 hits.
That's the Falcon gone. That's at least 9 hits.
Yeah, Falcon's gone now.
Oh.
Ouch.
That was lucky. That was lucky.
James Martin got a very good lucky. It looked like James Martin was going to die there, but because Kian survived, because Kian persisted,
he was able to deal damage.
However, he's now got to try and survive 1 more hit from the Wild Space Ranger.
Yes. I honestly, it's hard to call. I want to say Kane's going to go down, but he's just been surprising us.
Yes, but then again, he's already used the C3PO this round. He can't use C3PO again. Yes. The only thing he's got that's able for a defense side of things, he's got the focus on the board, and he's got the
one
center jammer.
Die.
However, the center... So, This is all he's got now. This is the attack
here we
that
go,
can make a
4.
thing. This is a heavy laser cannon shot.
That looks like
There is the
4 natural hits.
4 natural hits. That looks like it's going to be painful.
So even he can't survive it, because even if he uses
He
sensor jammer for 1, rolls an evade, he's taken 2 hits, which
exceeds him. So there's the 1. There's the evade. There we go. Yeah. That's Kian dead. There goes Kian.
At least Dave is. Yeah, at least it's more even. In fact, it's basically it is. Yeah, you look at it. It's
At the moment,
it's 2 damage to 3 damage.
In this scenario, James is currently winning.
Yeah.
The fact that he managed to negate that crit earlier in the game has put him in a much better position than the Wild Space Ranger. Plus, he's always shooting first because that's Pilot Skill 5. Plus, he's still, if he takes any crits, he's going to be...
Dave's best choice, get behind him, stay in range 1 and out of his arc. And he can, Dave can still attack him with his. It would be only that's
only 3 attack, but it's the best thing you can do.
2 attack.
Yeah,
2
no,
attack,
3 because if he's in range 1,
yes,
it's
there is that.
2 plus the range 1 bonus. So yes, that I would completely agree with you there. That's the best way he can do this. However, James now knows that he's going to be trying to do that, so you need to do everything possible to keep as far away from Fringer as possible.
Yes.
Whereas Fringer's trying to try and get as close as possible. This is going to be playing to James's complete and utter advantage here.
It will be, yes.
So the only other thing I can think of is let him do that, but keep the heavy laser cannon on him.
Yes.
So this is the only way that Dave can win right now is if he survives all the hits.
If he
from Lebo,
if he manages
and
to
keeps
survive,
him an arc for heavy laser cannon.
If he manages to survive and somehow gets a lucky hit on Lebo, right now the game is down more to luck than skill.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, it doesn't matter how well they fly now, it's going to be all down to the dice rolling.
Yeah. I completely agree with you right now. Both of them have lost one of their ships. Right now, in terms of points...
James is winning by 13 points, so he's got a full victory at the moment.
He's got a full victory at the moment. This is now down to, can Dave pull off something spectacular?
Yes.
Spectacular, even. Can he pull off a maneuver that could possibly kill Lebo? The only way he can do this, as I said, was either getting range 1, which he's less likely to do. He's got to go for the heavy laser cannon.
It's all he can do.
He's got to try and get as much hits on Lebo as possible.
And unfortunately, because of the pilot skill difference, even if he dies, he won't get a chance for simultaneous shot.
No. So he has to literally defy all the odds on that first one. If he takes 2 hits, that's it. He's dead.
No, even if it takes 1 crit.
2 hits.
No, 1 crit. If he takes a direct hit.
Takes a direct hit.
Yeah,
also,
so 1 crit can do it. So
this is where it could all go wrong. There's the 3 maneuver.
This is how you do it.
He's going for as close as possible. He's hoping that Lebo doesn't get away from him. And that's all he can do. There's the focuses.
There's the double focus.
That's the best he can do. Yeah. That's the best he can do. Because now he's got focus to try and evade with.
Focus to attack, focus to evade.
1 focus to attack, 1 focus to evade.
And
there's the 1 bank.
Yeah. James knew exactly what he was going to do.
Too much.
Even though Dave can attack him, James gets to shoot first.
This could be it. This could be the death. This could be the death
I'm
shot.
Guessing
this is
target lock. I'm guessing it'll be a target lock.
And then Lando.
And then Lando for defense.
That's probably the best thing you can do right now.
However, if he does Lando for defense, he's going to get distressed. And if Dave survives, Dave will then be able to get in close to him. I think he might not take the risk for distress.
I don't know. I think he might do. I think he might go for it because he's trying to play all... This is the best chance to play his entire hand.
It is.
This is the best chance he can take to kill the Recon Specialist. Or I call it the Recon Specialist, the Wild Space Ranger.
Yeah.
Same sort of deal. This is the best chance he's got. As you said, taking that target lock, this is the... And then this is where he probably goes for the Lando. Obviously, there's a bit of discussion going on about what he's doing.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the experimental interface. Here's the Lando. Best thing you can get right now is 1 focus, 1 evade.
Well,
and he gets an evade. So he
automatically negates one of those hits.
One of those hits. So he is in a good position right now. probably better than Dave is probably in right now.
Yeah.
But here is the range 2 shot. Here we go. Heavy laser cannon. Wow.
1 hit.
Two hits, possibly.
Yeah, and he's going to reroll. Oh, that was 1 hit and one focus.
1 hit, 1 focus.
2 blanks.
And then he's just going to go for the reroll.
Which is
3 hits.
like 3 hits.
Wow.
Dave needs at least 2 evades. He needs 2 evades. And
1 evades, 1 blank. That's 2 hits. There we go. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Game over. Win to James Martin, and Dave Bevins sadly suffers a loss.
Yeah, well, it was close. It was close. It was very close. That came down more to dice roll than anything. Yeah. I think. But there you go. 2 players of equal, of 2 players who were as good as each other. Very different play styles, and one of the better matches of today, I thought.
Yeah, definitely. My name's been Chris Turner.
I've been Jonathan Verve Clark,
and see you next time.
Casual.
Fly casual.